we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the UTEP Miners, taking on the #1 team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Longhorns will put total leather and we'll get started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So UTEP's offense takes the field to start this game off. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. And I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing. Proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. To throw, it's Nelson. He'll throw it. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And that's your goal, separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Rushes on him. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. And the Miners decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Not able to pop the big return, but they got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. So Texas's offense will take the field for the first time. And this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the second level of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand this guy's a top-shelf player, and I'll be honest, this defense has kind of struggled a little bit this season. But this individual matchup, you got to get him on the ground. You got to find a way to corral him, slow him down. He can't be the game wrecker. If that's the case, it's going to be too easy for this offense.
And if you're on offense, you got to be thinking, let's dominate in the trenches and let's get our star running back into the second level against this linebacker. We've got an athletic advantage at that position. So if we can free him up into the second level of this defense, make him make guys miss, those are going to be explosive plays for the offense.
Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. Guys, the levels of hype and impatience awaiting the arrival of Arch Manning pretty much unsustainable over the last couple of years. Meanwhile, Quinn Ewers was pretty doggone good. But Arch is pretty deserving of all of this attention, I'd say, Jesse.
Yeah, he's very, very talented. That jumps off the film when you watch him. You can see why he was so highly regarded coming out of high school. You can see why Texas fans are so impatient to finally watch what he does this year. Now, it's one thing to do it against Louisiana Monroe. It's one thing to do it against UTSA and Mississippi State. Can he do it against the Georgias? Can he do it against the big boys in the SEC on a consistent basis? We can't wait to find out.
Looking to throw, it's Manning. Wide open downfield. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Flipping through the defense. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. See what you hit what you see, bring your feet. Yeah, none of that happened.
Yeah, those are all great things to keep in mind, but you're also trying to tackle another grown man against his will and get him on the ground. And by the way, he wasn't happy.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. pausing after that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UTEP has the ball. The offense ready to go back to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Out of the chute. Quick toss to the right. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
Looking downfield, it's Nelson. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that second down incompletion. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a fourth down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Looking downfield on first down. Unloads it downfield. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. Guys, when you really take a look at Texas, I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting. 4-star defensive linemen gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive linemen. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50. The Longhorns are at the line looking to convert on third and short. On third and short, they'll go to the power running game. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
And a great job on the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right at the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackle's doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Well, if you're on defense, I mean, that's the way you want to get this quarterback running. He's right-handed, so get him to go to his left where you expect the accuracy to come way down. If they continue to do that, that's going to work in the defense's favor.
Motion from the wide receiver. Looking for a man. It's Manning. Quick completion on the out route. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And a play like that, that seems routine, but it only works if the quarterback can get the ball out on time and out in front of the wide receiver. That allows the receiver to keep separation from the defender, and the ball hits him in stride.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quick release on the RPO. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
And there you see the mind that the RPO play can put a defender in. That linebacker had to make a decision. Was the running back going to get the ball? He thought so, so he bit up, and that allowed the slant to be thrown in behind him.
He wants to throw it. Nice grab in traffic. Tried to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The play action fake. Forced out of the pocket. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And this connection is on fire to start the season. Not 1, not 2, 3 games in a row he's got a receiving touchdown. They continue to find the playmaker, and I don't think it's going to end after game 3.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They march 58 yards for the touchdown on that one. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. UTEP has the ball, and the Miner offense ready to go to work. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Back to throw, it's Nelson. Finds his tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Kind of like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on 2nd down. Give to the back. They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
And nice job on 2nd down. Maybe you're expecting a pass, but sticking the run in there, catching them off balance a little bit, getting a big gain, getting the 1st down.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Quickly out to the tight end. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Horns up and ready to hook him. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. They'll try to pick up the 1st through the air. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Miners line up to punt it away. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it.
I love defenses that can tackle the catch. Right away, they're not giving up any yak. As soon as that player has the ball, he goes down now.
They'll try to put it in drive this time on 2nd down from the 22. Sends it back in motion. To the air. It's Manning. Under fire. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
Now the play fake. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Longhorns will send out the punt unit. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. UTEP has the ball, the offense ready to go back to work. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Fires to the big fella, and they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Wilson. He works his way across the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41. And the Miners are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Here comes the heat. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
The Miners will punt this one away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Well, it's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time.
Well, the defense watched film last week. They saw this running back catch multiple passes, and that hasn't been the case today. They are clamping down on him, always aware of him, especially in the passing game, and so far they've taken him away.
And you want to talk about gang tackling, everybody on the defense run to the ball.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They'll run play action. Fires to the big fella. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Looking to throw, it's Manning. Quick strike complete. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Looking to fire. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Gets the back moving. Wants to throw again. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Longhorn! sharp as they extend the lead.
Now, you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited. Get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Cincinnati has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe inside Nippert Stadium. They're up by 7 over the Groupers. That's where things stand right now, and of course, if the script is flipped, you will hear about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Fires to the tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Back to throw, it's Nelson. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, this quarterback started taking a couple shots from the pocket. There's another one right there that affected his accuracy on that throw.
And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. Wants to go up top. Keeps the play going. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
This is not going to get any easier. You're already down. You know it's passing situation, and you got to protect your quarterback, and they can't do it. This has not been a great day early for this offense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
And the Miners will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David. Just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Looking for a man. It's Manning. Find some fresh air. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And here comes the field goal unit. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. And that might be the edge of his range, but he had just enough. And that will extend their lead even further.
How How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? He makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UTEP has the ball and the Miner offense ready to go to work. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this drive. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him over.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The Miners come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Again from the gun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. Back to pass, it's Nelson. Looking deep. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Miners will bring the punt team onto the field. Man, these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can free up the gut. And he glides into the end zone easily, but this one might be coming back. The penalty wipes out the big play and the touchdown. It is just a punch in the gut for any offense. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Quickly to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
They'll run it from the gun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. To the air, it's Manning. And the misconnection on 3rd down.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Makes the catch. It's Wingo. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily.
That's an awesome effort by the receiver there because he didn't have the first down once he caught the pass. He had to be able to make a guy miss. And with his athleticism and skill, he's able to do that. And as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You know, you got to be careful when you're running the draw play because you're hoping those defensive ends get way up the field, thinking it's pass. Didn't happen that time, and the defense was able to get a negative play.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Right down the middle. He's got it. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
And the Longhorns are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
Well, this situation on the field, this defense has their hands full because this running back just seems to have a nose for the end zone. Of course, he scored his last time out. He's really good down here close to the goal line finding creases.
And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
This defense is going to have to make some adjustments here at halftime because they have been taken advantage of deep down the field in the passing game. They've already given up 2 TD passes. That was almost number 3, and we're only in the first half.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
No, you got to be aggressive here because if you score a touchdown, the nail is in the coffin, and this might be ball game. And even if you don't get it, they're now going to have to drive the entire field.
I'm in the lead. Everything's going right.
Dances away. Touchdown, Texas! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that is why you never quit on a play. 4th down by the goal line. It looked like the quarterback had nowhere to go with it, but he wouldn't quit. He wouldn't give in to the defense. He just dug deep down inside himself and found a way to score that TD. That was impressive.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, we've got a final to let you know about, a game happening inside the ACC today. Wake Forest rose to the occasion when it needed to, and they'll be celebrating a solid victory there in Winston-Salem. Week by week, you can feel the momentum building within that program. One thing we can always count on in the ACC is a spirited battle and a game that will make waves all along the Eastern Seaboard.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
Well, when you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on his route so that the ball was right on him as soon as he turned around.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too.
Fires one high and deep. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
It just looks to me like the offense is starting to get a little bit impatient, right, guys? They haven't scored in this game yet, and all of a sudden now they're taking shots down the field and they're trying to make it happen. But the defense, they have been lights out. They force another incompletion.
And they can't make the connection on 3rd down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. The Miners will call on their punt team. They'll look to pin them deep. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. Dropping back, it's Manning. It's complete. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call.
Hold it.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. They'll send the back in motion. He'll set up to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Gibson. Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. And the Longhorns come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Flips it out on the screen. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
Listen, at this point, the end of the first half, you're trying to generate some points. First downs are the most important thing. So a really good job there converting on that 3rd. I love the decision by the quarterback. You kind of wonder, though, are they going to want to be a bit more aggressive and maybe start taking some more shots and attack?
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And that is priority number 1 for defenses. Get to the quarterback, affect him, get hits on him. They do it right here, get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
Off play action. Going for the big play. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. The Longhorns will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Leaves it with the back. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. And the Miners want to pick up the tempo. Dropping back, it's Nelson. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Longhorns! And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finish the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
On to attempt the try. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
38, Texas.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. From the gun, running back gets to give. And this one will be stopped for no gain. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far from Austin today. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at DKR.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Miners will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Texas offense. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. Motion from the wideout. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. Oh, he's got some space. Found a bunch bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Wide receiver going in motion. Here's the handoff. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Trying play action. Caught in the backfield. It's Baxter. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
This offense is going to try and stretch the field vertically and horizontally. They did there throwing it to their running back, but the defense, they were in perfect position to make that play for no gain. Going for the big play.
Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Longhorns send out the punt unit. Coverage team does a good job and touches it dead. No return on this one.
This punter is such a weapon. And because he's able to get that ball down deep in his opponent's territory, that really helps out the defense. You're now forcing the opponent to drive the field to score points.
Strong run and a pickup of 5 out to the 15.
Listen, that wasn't the greatest run in the world, but it was very successful and you're making the honor of the run. And another thing, every time you run the football, someone gets tackled. There's physicality involved in the game. So I like when offenses commit to the running the football, no matter what the outcome is, because those body blows do add up.
They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Miners come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Looking downfield, it's Nelson. Bringing the heat. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
This has been a frustrating day, and I'm not sure it's going to get any better. You're already down huge. Listen, this offense can't protect this quarterback. They don't do anything right now. This defense has had their number all game long.
The Miners will try to pin them back with the punt. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. Brought down at the 21-yard line, a 15-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now. Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, the give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
The Longhorns need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Manning. Lets it fly. There were serious revolutions on that third down pass, but it's incomplete. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work.
Texas.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run it with Wilson. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Gonna swing it on second down. Makes the grab. It's Wilson. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Just keep giving him the easy catches until they do something to stop it.
Yeah, you're going to dictate to the defense. You're going to make the defense cover him up, and then obviously it leaves the middle of the field a little bit more wide open for receiver, for a tight end. So QB keeps making the right decision, getting the ball to running back, and he's making plays.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Wants to keep it in the air. And they can't make the connection on third down. And the Miners decide to punt it away.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. The give to the tailback. Turning it on. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
And that's why these guys played defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily have been a catch. Come on, man. You've got to catch that and make that a pick.
They'll leave it with him. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends. Well, they needed 2 yards to get that first down. That's exactly what they got. Great job of execution.
No secret about it. Just got to be physical, get a hat on a hat, low man wins, all the cliches to get that third down and short.
He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Takes the handoff. It's Simon. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Looking to throw, it's Manning. Hauls it in. On the move at the 30. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
a lot of smiles right now in this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. From the gun, the running back has it. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
They want to continue this long drive. Ninth play coming. It's 3rd and 5. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. David, that is a great security blanket for a quarterback to have a tight end to make those conversions.
Dang right. Find the big fella on 3rd and short. Dependable, clutch, nice hands, 1st down.
The RPO, it's complete. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This is a tough one. A 3rd and long from this part of the field. They can, though, pick up the 1st down. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! Fired in from the red zone for the score. Texas fighting them through the air and on the ground. Reminiscent of Colt McCoy's big day against A&M in 2009.
Yeah, just doing whatever they want. And this is a good spot to be. Listen, Texas gets a highly recruited kid at quarterback every single year. Can this be the guy that takes them to the next level? Today is a good day.
And they did tack on the extra point. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. UTEP has the ball, the offense ready to go back to work. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up, you know.
Couldn't quite hang on to the pick, and he will be thinking about that one for a long time. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Quarterback on the keeper. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. To the air, it's Locklear, looking deep down the right side. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passion, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats and get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. The give out of the gun. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
That's such a nice start to this drive, too, because you've got the lead late and you want to run the football. You want to be physically dominant. Defense knows you're going to do it, and still, on the very first play of the drive, you're able to rip off a long run like that. Great vision there and a nice job up front with the surge by the O-line. Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
It'll be 3rd and long. Power football with the run. Breaks the tackle. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down.
Holding. Offense.
They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. And the Longhorns line up to punt it away. Kick is in the air. He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Got it behind the line. It's Taylor. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Now he's going to break the pocket. There's a live football. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And this offense, man, they just can't get out of their own way. Like, they've got a 0 on the scoreboard already. Now turning the football over late in the game when you're down, they've got to find a way to make something good happen on that side of the football.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Lethal with the running back. And the Longhorns get enough for the first down.
Well, it's an offense that prides themselves on being physical. No mystery there. You need 1 yard, turn around, hand it off, let him go to work.
Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. Back to pass, it's Manning. Snagged in the middle, it's Washington. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
Second down coming up. They'll try it over the left side. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
And this offense does it again on third down. They have been so elite on third down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built the lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out.
Touchdown, Longhorn! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Finds the tight end. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Off the play fake. Pulls it in. It's Brown. Coaches talk about running with violence, running with bad intentions. That's what that looks like as he gets it up to the 32. The Miners come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. Dropping back, it's Rocklear. Pressure coming. They're going to get him, and this offense now has even more work to do.
Man, the sack, and this offense has just struggled. They haven't done anything right, and they got a full quarter to go. Like, they got to find something in this next quarter to hang their hat on, something to leave with some positive vibes.
And the Miners will send out the punt unit. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field.
Hold it.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Offense gets set for second down. Quarterback may change this route. The pitch to the left. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Longhorns will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity ladder. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Let's see what drive starts from the 29-yard line. And off from the shotgun. There he goes. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer, you could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time off the clock.
The Miners with a second and short to keep this drive moving. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Runs through a tackle. And he fought for everything he could. Probably lucky it wasn't worse with all of the company he had in the backfield. Offense breaks the huddle on third down. Wants to throw. It's Locklear. He lofts one down the sideline. Fires the pass. Intercepted. Bringing it back. He's at the 40. The 20. Touchdown, Texas! The defense gets it done with that huge interception return. That leads a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Notre Dame is trailing right now, but they are not out of this. I remember Rocket Ismail wake up the echoes all by himself. Let's see if this group can come back.
To the air on first down.
It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to Texas A&M. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Pocket breaking down. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the fourth quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after you, as you saw it on that sack there.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Scanning the field, it's Locklear. That's reeled in. It's Campbell. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
That's caught. It's Torres. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Here comes the offense on second down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Well, this defense is eyeing the scoreboard. You know they're looking up there. They want to keep this goose egg intact. They've been so good all game long. Still playing with phenomenal effort here in the fourth quarter, creating that fumbled takeaway.
And they'll take a knee. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee. And the running game has been disastrous on the last couple of plays. They'll try to salvage the drive on third down. happy with the situation. The quarterback will take a knee. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out, they take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your uni. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.